If a farmer told me that he'd sold his land in Yorkshire and bought another farm in Sussex, I'd have wished him luck. If he told me he was taking with him every blessed thing, all his cattle, his poultry, machinery, plows, tractors, combines, and making the move in the middle of December, well, I'd have told him not to pull my leg. But that's just what happened in Stokesley, Yorkshire. An up-to-date Noah's Ark was being organized. The whole farm, lock, stock, and barrel, was going to be moved. Tell me, Inspector Bow, what was the first thing that happened? Did the farmer ring up the station master at Stokesley? If they've got a station at Stokesley?
Oh, they've got a station at Stokesley, all right. No, he didn't ring the station master. It was the railway chaps who got on to him. And finally, me and another lad from the District Commercial Superintendent's office at Middlesbrough, we went out to see the whole affair and make our plans. Stokesley's only small, and down at the goods yard, there were nearly 50 wagons, and there was some very pretty shunting.
Who's that either side of you?
Left is the station master, and on the right is the cartage inspector. He was responsible for the removal from the farm to the goods yard. It needed a bit of organising, that did. The yard's too small to take everything all at once, and if it had all come down together, we'd have been properly flooded out.
Transplanting in a big way. Moving always conjures up mixed feelings. Hearts beat a little faster with the adventure of it all. And then, miss a beat. Gradually, what was once a home becomes just a house. As step by step, each room is emptied of everything but memories. Hens really are the daftest creatures on a farm.
We got them all in eventually, but when it came to moving their houses, they were stuck hard. It had rained all the night before, and in the morning there was a heavy frost and they wouldn't budge. It was a toss-up as to whether we'd thaw the wheels or get roast chicken.
My mouth's watering already.
The long shots come off sometimes, you know.
Hello, they're Herefords.
Pedigree Herefords.
Pedigree Herefords in Yorkshire to go to Sussex? They're doing a bit of a Paul Jones, aren't they? Beef. that is. No wonder the owner wanted to hang on to him. A herd like that's worth real money any day. The farm may have belonged to the governor, but the bailiff always thought of it as his own. He talks of my cows, my crops, and my fields. It must hurt to say this final goodbye. And it's just the same for the farmer. A last look round the house. Lock the front door for the last time. A final glance at the scene that's greeted him each morning. Nothing left but the land. Land you plowed and grazed, blessed and cursed.
Loading and unloading cattle is always a risky business. One slip and you've got a broken leg. So we put down sawdust in the trucks to soak up the manure and provide a foothold. When I was a lad, I was told that cows lie down when they smell rain. That night, nostrils were twitching 19 to the dozen. It started to snow. And if on top of that snow, the bull had given us trouble or slipped or something, I'd have, well, I don't know what. I didn't know his reputation, but I was very thankful that the bailiff's young brother was there to handle him. The old boy trusted the lad and behaved like a gentleman. He was soon safe in the truck, as fast as a thief.
I reckon you were glad when that was over, and you could get on with building up the rest of the train.
Yes, for we had to look slippy. Winter not only means frost and snow, but a short working day. I had to change some of my plans at the last moment. Since I had made my calculations, two things happened. One was that it turned out to be the coldest day of the year. The other, that as well as two sows, I now had to move 2 litters of little pigs. They were born after I made the estimate, and I'd arranged cattle wagons.
What? Little pigs in open wagons in that weather?
It was out of the question. We had to find a couple of horse boxes in a hurry and put down plenty of straw.
Well, their mother looks grateful.
If I'd put them in cattle wagons, they might have frozen to death.
That's right, old lady. You make the bed yourself. You hatched them, so you hive them.
The little pigs had delayed us a bit, and we had to finish in a hurry. It was a proper blizzard that night, and Stokesley being small, remember, there was a devil of a lot of shunting needed to get all the wagons joined up. I don't know whether the farm lads were as glad to see that train ready as I was. There was a lot of handshaking and smiles and good Yorkshire backchat, but I don't know. What was in the Yorkshire hearts they kept to themselves. There's the bailiff making himself comfortable for the night. He certainly deserved to have his feet up. They all did. They were a grand bunch of lads.
Did any of you get any sleep?
The bailiff slept when he could, snored at times. The rest had their thoughts, probably thinking how different Sussex would be to Yorkshire. We Yorkshiremen still talk about folk down south as foreigners, you know.
What were you doing?
I checked over the list of wagons and goods. I knew the list almost by heart. Thrashing machine, elevator, 2 tractor ploughs, muck spreader, 120 poultry, 10 geese, 6 ducks all crated, 18 pigs, 2 Salisbury letters.
And you? Didn't you sleep yourself?
I couldn't sleep much, just in fits and starts.
You should have tried counting sheep. Came the dawn. I certainly know that feeling. Our friend the bailiff looks as if he doesn't quite believe what's happening to him.
Yes. Nature really had decided to take a hand. Snow all the way. We were behind time, but we were getting high priority and still moving. Mind you, that's only half the train. There's only single line working out to Hartfield, so we divided the train and left the less urgent stuff to follow. With limited sidings, you've got to be careful not to choke the yard. Here we are at last. Everything was safe and sound, just as it had been when we left Stokesley 18.5 hours previously. Nothing shifted an inch. The afternoon we arrived at Hartfield, there was no time to have a look at the farm. It was late in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, and before you could look around, it was dark, and the first job was the cattle.
Yes, I can quite imagine everybody got a move on. You had to get your animals into that Sussex farm quickly, if they were still going to be in good shape. Dead stock is one thing, livestock's another. Animals are alive. You may put them where you like, but will they like their new quarters?
These don't seem to object. After all, good air smells and tastes the same in Sussex as it did in Yorkshire.
But I'll bet they were glad to get to the end of that long journey. And my, haven't they traveled well. They're in just as good flight here as they were when they left. A man and his beasts make a man and his home. So the story of how a complete Yorkshire farm arrived in Sussex was nearly over. By next morning, a new story was beginning. What sort of a farm is this Sussex place? The Yorkshire lads walk round to inspect. Whatever it is, they reckon Yorkshire can tackle it.
I wouldn't have minded staying down there a bit in Sussex. It looked all right. But my job was over, so I went back to Middlesbrough.
In the house, there'd be the discussions about whether the piano ought to go against that wall, and whether Aunt May's present would be in the dining room or the attic. For the farmer, there'll be some good news and some bad news, smiles and worries. Under the snow is Sussex soil, different. It's new to him, and it's waiting for him. And making the move in the middle of December, well, I'd have told him not to pull my leg. But that's just what happened in Stokesley, Yorkshire. An up-to-date Noah's Ark was being organized. The whole farm, lock, stock, and barrel, was going to be moved. Tell me, Inspector Bow, what was the first thing that happened? Did the farmer ring up the station master at Stokesley? If they've got a station at Stokesley?
Oh, they've got a station at Stokesley, all right. No, he didn't ring the station master. It was...
To move farm and house is transplanting in a big way. Moving always conjures up mixed feelings. Hearts beat a little faster with the adventure of it all. And then, miss a beat. Gradually, what was once a home becomes just a house. As step by step, each room...
The railway chaps who got on to him. And finally, me and another lad from the District Commercial Superintendent's office at Middlesbrough, we went out to see the whole affair and make our plans. Stokesley's only small, and down at the goods yard, there were nearly 50 wagons, and there was some very pretty shunting.
Who's that either side of you?
Left is the station master, and on the right is the cartage inspector. He was responsible for the removal from the...
If a farmer told me that he'd sold his land in Yorkshire and bought another farm in Sussex, I'd have wished him luck. If he'd told me he was taking with him every blessed thing, all his cattle, his poultry, machinery, ploughs, tractors, combines...
The farm to the goods yard. It needed a bit of organizing, that did. The yard's too small to take everything all at once, and if it had all come down together, we'd have been properly flooded out.